I'm joined once again by Susan Solovic, small business contributor and CEO of SBTV.com. In this segment, Susan joins us to answer some viewer questions. All right, Susan, thank you so much for sticking around. We have a caller who is calling in right now, Adrienne Graham of the Empower Me Corporation. Adrienne, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Thank you for calling in. First of all, tell us a little bit about your business, Empower Me.
Sure. Empower Me is a media, publishing, and educational company that focuses on professional and entrepreneurial development. We provide a wealth of services for the upwardly mobile professional throughout media, which is our radio show and internet and TV channel, publishing projects, which include a magazine and series of books and CDs, and our Learning Institute, where we provide courses as well as group and individual coaching programs.
Sounds fantastic, Adrienne. Congratulations on that. Now tell us, first, you have a couple of questions for Susan. Go ahead and ask Susan your first question.
Sure. Hi, Susan.
Hi, Adrienne.
Hi. I already take advantage of the online marketing, but still need to effectively market offline. What's the best way to maximize marketing value on a limited time schedule and budget?
Well, I think you said the magic word right there, Adrienne, is time. But it does sound like you're doing some interesting things because you are in the media world. So I'm sure you're doing some things like blogging and you're doing podcasting. But in terms of reaching out into your community, I know it takes a lot of time to network, and we were talking before the break about networking, but the more you can get out there and network, because it sounds to me like your business, Empower Me, people are really going to need to relate to who you are and what you bring to the table. So they need to see Adrienne, and they need to get to know you, and they need to feel comfortable with you. So the more you can get out there and network, do some public speaking, sponsor some local events, particularly targeting that the customer that you're looking for, that more affluent, upwardly mobile customer that you said you were looking for. I think those would be some of those things, and I bet, given what you've just said about your business, you're doing some of that. Your biggest issue is balancing the time, am I right?
Yes, that's correct.
You just can't be all places at all times, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Right, but it's honestly, people say to me all the time, Susan, I don't have time to network. I always say you don't have time not to network if you want to be successful in your business.
Right.
And Adrienne, you have another question?
Yes, since my market is so specifically niche, what's the most effective way to market to or get my message in front of such a niche market on a budget?
No, Adrienne, your market is a niche budget market, but I also think that one of the things that you might want to do is to do a little bit of research. If you haven't done any surveying, or maybe through your database, or just perhaps even buy a list and do a survey, find out where that market is going to get their information, where are they finding information, what kinds of activities are they involved in, what kind of conferences do they attend, and just really be calculated then about where you're going to put your marketing messages based on that feedback you get. So if you find out that they're only on LinkedIn, that's where you need to be all the time. But if you find out that they're reading trade publications like CFO Magazine or something like that, then that ought to be someplace that you should try to be placing press releases, or possibly getting a byline article printed, an informational type article. So those are the kinds of targeted strategies that you're going to have to look for.
Susan, is this research that you suggested that Adrienne do, is this free or does it cost something?
There are tools that you can use, online tools, survey resources, Adrienne, that you can use, like SurveyMonkey. There are also cost-effective survey tools that you can use online that you can actually, query your database and find out that information.
All right, great. Adrienne, I think you have one more question, is that right?
Yes, I did. Quick question. Do I use my salespeople to pull double duty as marketing and sales?
Interesting question, Adrienne, and actually I'm very proud of you that you know the difference between marketing and sales. Yes, actually marketing is when you drive the people to the table, and the sales folks are the people who actually close the deal. But in a down market economy, and also in a smaller business, I think that we do have to pull double duty. You have to be thinking of how am I going to market and build my client base. Even if you're not a business owner, as the salesperson, you should be thinking about that. So you should really challenge your salespeople to be thinking, how can I market myself better on behalf of my company in order to attract more sales to this opportunity? So, and I imagine that you're probably doing some of that already with social media. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I would continue doing that. Encourage them to build their brand in conjunction with your brand.
Okay. Thank you.
So, Adrian, did Susan answer all your questions?
Yes, she did. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for calling in, and good luck to you, Adrian. And Susan, thank you so much for taking the time to be here today and answer our viewer question.